Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. I'm Brandon. I'm AI product manager here at Abnormal. I am a product lead for the marketing side of our AI transformations. So working with things like our website and our ads processes. And I also work with some of our G&A functions, including the people team to help improve our talent acquisition processes with AI. How we think about it here at Abnormal are two main things. One, you're still traditional product manager. You're still defining the what and the why. You're working with your stakeholders to gather the requirements, and you're working with engineers to define and execute on the how. I think the only difference on that how side is we're also incorporating this new idea of a forward deploy engineer in this role, where you're actually doing the 0 to 1 work. You're using Cloud Code, these technical pieces to actually build a working version of the product, and then you're working with engineers to actually build it robustly, scale it to that 1 to 100. I think the only thing I want to call out here is that we're not building out, these really crappy prototypes 0 to 1 where we're just handing off slop to engineers. You really have to sit down and think through, how do we build a good architecture from 0 to 1? So when we hand it off to 1 to 100, we can scale properly. The framework we like to talk about here is crawl, walk, run. So even when we're in those crawl stages, maybe you're only testing with a few pilot users, but it's really important as a AI PM to really think through those technical challenges early on. The original charter for this project was supposed to be its own separate docs.abnormal.ai site that hosted product documentation for our customers using Abnormal day to day. It was supposed to self-maintain, write its own content, monitor any code changes that we're pushing out to figure out what's relevant for customers, and changing that into high quality, PMM quality bar approved content, just to help reduce the maintenance burden on our PMM team, having to cover all the product surface areas that we have at Abnormal. We showed that to Evan. Evan's like, this is great, works awesome, but why don't we just do this for our entire website instead of just a separate website? Great question. So we decided to do it for abnormal.ai. We recently just released a new refresh of the website. And beyond just content, you'll see that we also have factory and agentic products that actually generate front-end code, connect things to the backend, like through Marketo lead forms, analytics on top of it. So it's a complete website now. You can check it out. I think it's super cool. We have awesome animations you can play around with too. So yeah, the evolution of the project was super interesting. I think it's interesting here to remember our values. We don't just say them to say them. It's truly integrated into your day to day, and you can see it with everyone that you work with. I won the award for ownership, but I want to touch upon velocity and intellectual honesty because I think they're very unique to Abnormal and what we do. On the velocity side, I love that no one at the company is afraid to be a pioneer. We're all experimenters in our own way and our own subject matters. And I think that attitude of building, getting things wrong, and learning from that is so much better than trying to get things perfect from day one. And so you'll see this across the company, people working with co-work with Nora, spinning up cool things and just building. And I think that velocity and moving at fast attitude has really shown a lot of impact for the company. And on the same lens, intellectual honesty, when we build things, we'll get things wrong. Maybe sometimes I'm the stupidest guy in the room where I just have no idea what's going on, but I love the fact that I can speak up and say like, hey, I'm gonna ask a dumb question here. What is this? And no one's ever gonna judge you for it, and everyone's willing to help and learn and grow together. So I think the combination of these values have been a great way for me to learn, upskill myself, and also just build great things across the company for people. First is the people. It's very, very rare to find a team that's this talented, this hungry, this driven and passionate, that are all willing to grow together. I think I just love, again, the aspect of like this builder culture that we have. It really starts top down. Evan's always showing off these cool things that he's building. I think that distills into everyone trying to figure out, how can I contribute in some way, build some cool tool that can help not only myself, but also the people around me. And of course, sometimes that leads to duplicate work or maybe not the perfect solution off the first bat, but we're leading to the right solution. We're consolidating. I think that aspect of, let's just build, let's figure it out together. We're a team here. That culture is so rare and so hard to find. So I think we're doing all the right things. We're learning from our mistakes and we're growing a lot. And I think the second is definitely the ambition of the projects here. I don't know any other company in any industry that are thinking about uprooting and rebuilding their processes from an AI native lens like this across the entire company. And so I think that ambition level is super important to me, and I'm very excited to see where it takes us.